To start, I am going to fire roast 2 poblano peppers. If your poblano peppers are smaller, then try fire roasting 3. You could also use maybe a 15-ounce can of chopped green chilies from the store for this recipe. So this recipe is courtesy of a viewer, and at their request, they wanted to remain private or anonymous. So to respect their privacy, I will not mention their names, but they sent me a lovely message and wanted to honor a recipe that was given to them from their mother that has passed. And I do love that they mentioned the recipe goes to the people. And I honestly wish I could give you all the accolades because this recipe is absolutely wonderful. Here's the recipe that was sent to me. I sort of adjusted it slightly, but this is pretty much spot on. So once your poblano peppers are charred on the exterior all over, I'm going to add them to a bowl with cling film and let them sweat and set for about 15 minutes. Then you'll want to peel all of the charred skin, remove all the seeds and remove the stems, then give it a rough chop. For the rest of the ingredients in this recipe, I will be using 3 large room temperature eggs, a 1/3 cup of all-purpose flour. I'm going to be using a 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, an 1/8 of a teaspoon of cayenne, an 1/8 of a teaspoon of smoked paprika, and I will be using an 1/8 of a teaspoon of fine sea salt. I have coarse salt, so I used a 1/4 teaspoon. Here I have a 1/4 cup of whole milk. I'm also using those prepared fire roasted poblano peppers that I roughly chopped. And for the cheese in this recipe, I decided to go with Oaxaca cheese. I had around 4 to 5 ounces of Oaxaca cheese. That gave me a 1.5 cups of shredded cheese. Use the cheese of your choice. In a bowl, I am first going to combine all of my dry ingredients. Next, I'm going to add my 3 large eggs, my 1/4 cup of milk, and I'm going to combine these ingredients well. Next, you will need a well-greased or buttered baking dish. At least 1.5 quart to 2 quart baking dish works with this. Mine is less than 2 quart, and I think it definitely will hold everything. So what I'm going to do is add my chilies first, a layer of cheese. I'm going to pour the egg mixture on top and then just add the rest of the cheese on top of that. And I will be baking this in a preheated oven at 450 degrees Fahrenheit for about 15 minutes. The recipe does state 15 to 20 minutes. My casserole is fluffy and golden brown, and now it's ready to serve. I'm going to be topping mine with Mexican sour cream and green salsa. You can top however you like, and I gotta tell you, my kitchen smells wonderful, and I could eat this casserole for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. So I want to give thanks to my viewer for this recipe. I hope this recipe video finds you well, and I love that you mentioned the recipe for the people because I absolutely agree. I hope you give this recipe a try. I hope you like it, and thanks for watching.